Hello everybody, how are you today? Vilisink, back again with Reflex Shadow Legends. Hope you're all well, hope you're all having a great weekend. The weather is good with myself. I hope you're working on the suntan and making the best of what you can make of it. Now, I was in Ice Golem, Auto Battles, and I decided to change a build up. Now, this champion used to be in Relentless, but it kind of left stats to be desired. As far as speed, as far as kind of everything. In certain parts of the Relentless set, I only had certain, what's that, accuracy? If it was 6-star, I would have thought about it. So we changed it up, and I'll show you guys this build that I think is extremely cool. Yeah, and this build is also extremely cool if you're lacking some books, and maybe you need to decrease the cooldown for something, or you need better RNG to decrease that cooldown. And this is it. This is Ursala the Mourner, removed from her, removed from the Relentless set. I think she lost a tiny bit of resistance, which I can lift back up if I need to. I can add on 20, and that basically makes me like bulletproof for faction wars if I choose to, along with my double Septimus, Stagnite, and somebody else. We have, it looks like better HP for sure, because we now have a HP chest and not a HP, sorry, not a resistance chest. It was resistance before, and it limited her to having a base HP of 18,000. She only had like 15,000 HP extra, which if we're trying to have sustainability, stay alive, take a hit to help the team, resist debuffs and whatnot, we kind of had to have a certain speed, a certain amount of HP, a certain amount of resist, and just a certain style of build. So the base HP is quite nice, 1167 base attack. It's respectively high for somebody that I'm not going to build for attack. Defense 936, is close to 1000, quite respectable. 102, she's a fast toot. Oh, my daughter's just going up the stairs. And we're back, guys. Good to go. When you give a 4-year-old paint, lots of brushes, paper, you can expect a little bit of chaos, but it is the glory years. So as we're on this reflex build. Just over the base stats, nice HP. I mean, attack and defense is good. Attack I don't see much use for, because we're not building her to do damage. 102 speed makes her respectively fast, one of the fastest in the game. If you had like 100, maybe 98, 99 minimum, it would be way better. If she was like 97, 96, it wouldn't be the same. Crit rate, crit damage, we are not bothered. A base resist of 30 and 15 accuracy. And let's show you the full build that I quite like. I will admit I've got Masteries on this champion as well. So she sits 50,000 HP, 1800 attack, 2150 defense, 200 speed. It can be glyphed. 330 resist. They can be glyphed, and same as the accuracy. If I wanted to potentially get for dungeons or whatever, the decrease attack debuff, I could glyph. All of that could be glyphed. That's an unglyphed build. It's been respectfully new, so let's just take a quick look at her moves. Attacks one enemy. 40% chance of decreasing the target's turn by 10%. So I'll give her more accuracy. We can potentially get more turn meter manipulation from her. A very nice A1, a 40% chance going to 55% chance. It's extremely nice. She has an AoE, 75% chance, 100 when you book it, I believe, indeed. Displays decreased attack debuff for 2 turns, also places increased attack on all allies. So it's a buff for your team, it is debuffing the enemy. It's quite nice, considering she's a reviver that we're away to see in a minute. She can revive, we can get a decreased cooldown and whatnot, and we can get back quick enough to increase the attack on our team and debuff the enemy. You know, that's all the better. And she has potentially one of the best revives in the game. One of the best revives in the game, there's no question. Revives all dead allies with 75% HP, plus the turn meters by 50%, and they will get increased defense and a 25% strengthen buff on them for 3 turns. Strengthen is, I love strengthen. I'm really enjoying it. I'm using more champions, or trying to use more champions that have strengthen, just for the extra buff, the extra damage mitigation, because it is quite overpowered. And I'm not sure, I think because you can do content with certain champions, you may not use the champions that have this strengthen buff, but you should definitely try. It's fantastic. She also has one of the best Doom Tower auras, because she will give you an increased speed of 24%. So automatically we go 224 speed if we hit a dungeon, which is quite nice. The Masteries, we could potentially get one more somewhere. So what do we have here? So we have heals his champion by 10% the first time an enemy is killed in each round, exalting death. For your shield buffs, so she doesn't do a shield, she revives with X amount of HP. Okay, look what. I quite like improved parry, so she has a less of a chance to be crit on. So let's take it to look at the Masteries, and I'll tell you why I chose them. So we have the resistance down to rejuvenation, because when you get healed by 75% HP, I want to try and increase that a little bit. Resurgent, delayed death, and I took this because I know that my allies will be getting crit on. There's going to be certain hits that my allies take that will be critical. Boom, she gets more turn meter fill, so therefore it gets another turn, along with the reflex set. We're getting the decreased cooldown. This is also going to help us go quicker by giving us more turn meter. So that's why we have Circle of Revenge, we have HP, Healing Hands. All of this pretty much here is just for extra healing whatnot, like Merciful Aid. Again, it looks like when I revive people they have more than 75%. I could be wrong, but lasting gifts, increased speed for all dead allies, increases her turn meter by 20% whenever an ally's halo drops below 25% HP. So if somebody's in danger, she will give herself extra turn meter. What I want Ursala to do is go quicker and quicker, just get more turns. So we've got Reflex, we've got the Masteries, we've got Cycle of Revenge, we've got this one here, Cycle of Magic, again to reduce the cooldown. We've got the turn meter, we've got the turn meter, we've got the heals, we've got the increased speed. It's very similar to the Gorgorab build, I would think, I did before. And one of my main, I'll just show you these pieces because I quite like this build. It's quite cool. I like it more than the Relentless one. I'm not getting that extra turn, but I am getting a crap load of resistance there, speed, resistance there. All can be glyphed. I went with the speed set, purely because I get that 12% extra speed. And we have boots that are quite terrible, but the other ones I think were actually potentially worse. So we can get some more base stats from the top 6 items. Meanwhile we have defense, might go for HP instead, but we have 32 resistance with that, and we have a resistance banner with a bit of speed as well, again to be glyphed. So a pretty solid looking build, and I was taking her into Ice Golem, seeing kinda how it works, just the same kinda approach that Gorgorab had. Now we do have a crap load of things happening Piss off with your offers. Stick him up your arse. Do not want to buy. Let's go to dungeons and let's jump here. We do have super raids, so we'll just do a. I was doing 20. We could potentially do higher than 20 just to see the danger. We could potentially do 22, could 24, 25, 5 minutes. Potentially do them as well. But because it's a brand new build, I took it to stage 20. And we have a Rotos. I could potentially change Royal Guard for somebody else. I mean, we have okay damage without Royal Guard. It just kind of helps get down the boss's HP. We could take in Ninja, for instance, for the freeze. But let's just take a quick look, and we're going to take into consideration her kit, the gear set she's in. So we're wildly misusing the decreased cooldown because we've got Masteries for it. We've got the set that can give it to us. We've got Masteries as soon as the buffs that she puts up expire or are removed. She gets turn meter. If we get crit on, she gets turn meter. So let's take a look at how much fun we can actually have here. Don't see us being realistically in danger, but just as you go, so boost turn meter. We clearly had some critical hits on the team, which helps us go faster. Timely intervention. As we progress in Ice Golem alone, the hits that you take unless you've grounded his minions are doing a lot of damage. So it would be very interesting. See, boost turn meter. So as the game goes on and we go higher in levels, she could become even more vital to the team, even better because of this build. And it's a build I think I'm going to 16 everything. I may lose a slight bit of HP, no, sorry, defense for HP, depending if I can get some gear. But I really like this build. I think she's basically just a legendary and an epic skin. One of the best revives in the game. The only thing that could be better is as soon as you get revived, you go straight away, like Cardinal. Nonetheless, a fantastic champion, a fantastic new build I wanted to share with everybody. My actual first serious Reflex build. I've thought about it, like keeping certain pieces for broken sets and so forth. But the Reflex set, for so many champions, is just a fantastic set. You put Bardell in it, you put any champion, like Stagnite could be good in Reflex. He only has 2 moves. And his passive, so we can get back to that decreased defense a lot sooner. I quite prefer this stat wise also to the Relentless. So, take a look. We're getting turn meter, we're doing quite well. We're not necessarily in danger. And we never got any crits off, which is a bit of a shame. I was expecting to see the turn meter boost. There we go. Boost turn meter again, boost turn meter. Let's see, boost turn meter again, boost turn meter again, boost turn meter again. So because of all the champions getting very low HP, timely intervention kicks in, gives her turn meter. We're decreasing the cooldown either from the Masteries or the gear set. Strengthen, increased defense. Just fantastic buffs. They really are fantastic buffs. 2 minutes 55 seconds. So looking at that build there, I'm going to crack on and continue finishing my Ice Golem fights. I wanted to share that build, so in the comments let me know what you think of Reflex, and if you have Ursala or any champion that you put in Reflex and use them in certain places. The information as always would be good. We can spread it through the community, potentially help someone with progression because of these comments, telling people what works, what doesn't, and so forth. So we'd love to hear what you have to say, guys. That is my latest build, my very first serious Reflex build. I hope you enjoyed it. I also hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe, keep on reading. I'm about to go paint for a bit with the kid. I will see you soon.